guys, I'm back for the news today. And there was the Square Enix event, and I'm pretty sure there was another event the other day that I missed, but I'm gonna gloss over a lot of that stuff in this video. Well, I glossed over a lot of the stuff prior, but I'm gonna cover a lot of that today. Anyway, so you get the Square Enix one. A Final Fantasy VII Remake is a 3-game series. Square Enix not only revealed Final Fantasy VII's second game, Rebirth, today's 25th anniversary presentation, has also answered questions fans have asked since this whole thing started. How many games does this saga consist of? And 3. And moving on to the next article. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth revealed as name of the second part. They said it was going to be out next winter, I believe. Oh, that's strange. For PlayStation 5, although they have the game for PlayStation 4, so I don't know if they're going to release it for PlayStation 4 or whatever, but I don't know. Whether they'll still be making PlayStation 4 games by that point, we'll have to wait and see. I have no idea what they're doing here. Anyways, the sequel to Final Fantasy VII was shown as part of Square Enix's Final Fantasy VII Anniversary celebration. To end the stream, Square Enix provided our first look at Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Official title for what is previously known as Remake Part 2. It's coming next winter on PlayStation 5, and you can see the debut trailer. And I'm sure if you go to Square Enix channel on YouTube, you'll probably be able to watch the trailer. It's here too, I guess, if you're interested. I'll leave these in the description below. I'm just glossing over a lot of this stuff because I got a lot of articles pertaining to the same thing. I'd just rather get the articles. Give you guys the articles and put them in the description. Tatsuya Nomura says work has already started on Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3. So they're already hard at work on the next part following Part 2. Rebirth is more than a year away, but Square Enix is already looking forward to grand finale. Work has finally already started on Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3, which will cap off Square Enix trilogy when it released sometime after 2023. Nomura confirms that some development has already begun on the as yet to unnamed third title in the note following today's live stream. And I believe there was a thing here. Hold on, let me find the article. No, here they are. Okay, the other one's kind of grayed out for obvious reasons. Anyway, so 10 years later, Lollipop Chainsaw seems to be making a return. I remember playing this one on the 360 just for lols. I bought it for just lols. Was playing it. One of my friends got the game and just like laughing it all the way to the bank, and I'm just like, you know what? Why not? Anyways, Lollipop Chainsaw seemingly making a return following an announcement on Twitter from the game's executive producer. As spotted by Silicon near Yoshida Yasuda, said simply, Lollipop Chainsaw is backed by Dragami Games. Please look forward to it. The veteran developer was previously CEO of Kadokawa Games, who published the original in 2012, but left this to start Dragami Games in May 2022. Yoshida didn't share further details on the nature of the game, whether it's sequel, remake, remaster, imagining, or anything else, but it would be the first chance for players to try the franchise in more than a decade. The original doesn't exist outside of Xbox. Yeah, so I have the physical copy for this game still. I still have it floating around in my house somewhere. I'm sure it's over there in my case. But I tried putting it in the the original Xbox One, and it didn't work. It doesn't have the apparently it's not programmed in the system. You can't play back some games in on the Xbox hardware, and that would be one of them. And so I can still play it on the 360. I just can't play it on the Xbox One or any of the ones. Certainly not the Series X. The original doesn't exist outside of Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 hardware, as it lacks a PC version and isn't available through any form of backwards compatibility. Exactly what I just said. Even if you have the disc, you cannot play it on any of the newer consoles past 360. So, if you guys are interested in this series, I certainly actually enjoyed it, even if I did buy the game for lol reasons. Todd Howard confirms Fallout 5 coming after Elder Scrolls 6, shares additional Starfield details. So, it's official. The next game following Elder Scrolls 6 will be Fallout 5, which I'm assuming will still be in the Xbox Series generation at that point. In a video interview with IGN, Bethesda told Todd Howard divulged additional details about Starfield. He uttered the name Fallout 5 and gave an idea of when fans can expect to see it. And one thing, Fallout 5, they said they've constantly said that they've had I don't know. They said one time in an interview, and I don't know about constantly, but they said one time in an interview they have a one-pager of what they want Fallout 5 to be. And so they have a plan, or not a 100% plan, but they know what they want the game's premise, maybe, I don't know, their location. Fallout 4, I believe they were planning on doing a New York setting, but initially changed to Boston, so it'd be surprising if they went back to New York at some, or decided to go and do New York, or something like that. So, you know, that's a thing. Fallout 5, next game after Elder Scrolls 6, so. Stalker 2 finally gets its release date, hopefully it doesn't get delayed again. Now launches in 2023, new cinematic trailer released. GSC Game World has confirmed that Stalker 2, Heart of Chernobyl will now arrive in 2023 to hold fans over. The team released a new cinematic during today's Xbox Game Extended Showcase. I think it was a couple days ago. I did watch those. Stalker 2 was slated to launch on December 2nd, but development was put on hold when the studio became caught in a crossfire of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. GSC Games World is based in Kiev, Ukraine's capital, and some employees have helped defend the city given the situation, it seems. I kind of find it amazing that these guys are literally running a war over there. Well, somehow are able to push game development. I don't know how they... Anyways, it seemed increasingly unlikely the game would make it this year, so today's announcement isn't totally unexpected. Although GSC is still working on Kiev, most of the game's development has resumed a new office established in Prague, Czech Republic. Okay, now I can see how they're able to do that. That makes sense. Okay. And their AK-47s in one hand, typing on keyboard and another programming. I don't know. I mean that both literally and figuratively. Anyways, so in the other presentation, we had the Assassin's Creed 15th anniversary celebration stream. I don't know if they showed that, because I didn't watch this one, as I said, and I forgot that these were existing. There was supposed to be Assassin's Creed Infinity at some, or they were talking about in the past. So I wonder if they brought that up in here. Everything announced during the Assassin's Creed 15th anniversary celebration stream. So we got Valhalla here, and Niflheim expansion stuff like that, and then you have Viking Age. These like all for Valhalla, I'm apparently assuming. And Assassin's Creed Origins. Okay, that Ubisoft just released a 60 FPS patch for Origins. If you're wanting to check it out, you can do something from June 16th through 20th. Becomes Origins will be free this weekend. Plus, several Origins-inspired tattoos and Origins Naval pack have been added to the Valhalla. So tie-ins with Valhalla. Future of Assassin's Creed. September is a very special event. This could theoretically, I read it at 5th grade level. Reading and comprehension. Be anything but our money. Money's on this September event being the reveal of the next Assassin's Creed game. Could be heavily rumored Assassin's Creed Rift, a smaller scale story focused on Valheim's Basim character. Or it could be less rumored Assassin's Creed Remake. It'll also be our first look at Assassin's Creed Infinity. There we go. I knew they were going to bring it up in somewhere form. Will reported to be a live service take on franchise. Only time will tell, but fortunately, we don't have to wait long. September is just a few months more. Okay, wait, this isn't streamed yet. Never mind. September. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So I didn't even need to worry about saying this yet, because it didn't happen. No, the stream did happen. It's just they're talking about something different here. Okay. There may be another announcement in September then. Okay. Now I know that. Pokemon Snap coming to Switch Online on June 24th. This is the original Pokemon Snap, the first one. Capture classic Pokemon on film, not with Pokeballs, when Pokemon Snap comes to Switch Online next week. I think the original one was on the game Nintendo 64? Yeah. No, N64, yeah. I was gonna say GameCube, but I got a vague memory back there. Nintendo has confirmed that the Pokemon Snap will be added to Switch Online expansion on June 24th, original release on Nintendo 64 in 1999. That makes me feel old because I was born in 1996. Pokemon Snap was a departure from the usual RPGs in the series, as players were tasked with capturing Pokemon on film, not in Pokeballs. Pokemon fans over the decades, at a time when Pokemon only had 2 generations of pocket monsters, this was back in the days when there was only Kanto and Johto Pokemon, had notoriously small storage capacity, megabytes, not even megabytes, kilobytes? We probably had megabytes back then. I mean, I remember the PlayStation 2 memory cards. Oh, memory cards. We brought those. We went full circle and got those back in the forms of storage, solid-state storage for the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. But beside that point, I remember the PlayStation 2 memory cards being megabytes. Up to 60 Pokemon in their natural habitat. So if you guys are interested in the original Pokemon Snap, Switch Online. So there you go, guys. Forza 8, I was going to say Horizon, will have real-time ray tracing along with a full night and day cycle. There ain't really much I can say outside of, more realistic driving tracks with the day and night cycle with this. Forza 8 is getting a number of exciting features, including real-time ray tracing and an all-new career mode, according to Forza's monthly live stream. The information comes from the game's creative director, Chris Esaki. I don't even know if I pronounced that right, probably butchered it. According to Esaki, the game will support a full day and night cycle, varying weather forecasts for all tracks. These will only be enhanced by the game's real-time ray tracing. These tracks, whether new or returning, have been built from the ground up for this iteration of Forza. So, if you guys are into Forza, you got the new one coming. Sorry, that was my Xbox in the background. I don't think I mentioned this one. Some of this stuff is from Xbox Showcase, and I just never mentioned them. A Plague Tale of Requiem gets a new trailer at the Xbox Showcase, covering it days later, but hey, whatever. I try to get up to date on almost all news in every single one of my videos, but do 2 big videos every week. I'll try to get 2 in a week. Stealth action game A Plague Tale of Requiem showed up on Xbox Bethesda Showcases. Developer Asobi Studio revealed brand new gameplay as well as a promise of coming to Game Pass day 1. And I believe the first one was on Game Pass. I was playing it on a stream. A Plague Tale Requiem is a sequel to A Plague Tale Innocence, in 2019 stealth game set in the 14th century France during the bubonic plague, if I remember correctly, with all the rats. Players follow Amicia de Rune as she must use stealth and fire to navigate past plagues of rats spreading across Europe, as well as an enemy soldiers in the midst of a 100-year war between England and France. And I'm pretty sure, as I said, that takes place during the bubonic plague, which is a cost-swap period of time. Fortunately, we didn't get any update information on a more specific release date, set still coming in 2022, not just to Xbox and PC, but PlayStation 5 and Nintendo Switch. Alright guys, that's all for today. As always, sources used in the video will be in the description below. Drop me a like and subscribe. If you like my videos, please ring the bell, I'd greatly appreciate it. Any news I don't get here, I'll post on my Twitter, and I'll see you guys in the next video.